the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They'll try it on the ground. The Mountaineers have a first down. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this, and listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
And the Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. It's a draw. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Comes out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Appalachian State! And they'll put that to work and put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen. Game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 99, set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Chapman. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to...
He's going to throw deep right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Set to kick off.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is...
Lofts one deep down the right side. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sinks it in there. For the toe tap. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Line getting set on second down. Looking for a man. It's Braxton. Finds his tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to go up top on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Using the quick game. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to throw it. Got his man. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. One more snap coming before halftime. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like
Running back.
And it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
looking to pass. It's Aguilar. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now from inside the red zone. Got his man quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
They're going to throw it again. He caught it. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Number 87.
This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Marshall quick to the line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Here's the handoff. At the 35, he's got room. And this defense's head is...
Gain of
Down to the 27.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Marshall!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 match. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. However, Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 12 over Iowa. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the give off the left side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. He's got it down the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Horn. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Inside a minute to go here in the third.
Brings up second down.
On second down, wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Horn. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll throw it on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. A first down run in the red zone. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, App State! They move on top here in the fourth.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Just about set to kick it away.
Marshall, 21.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Marshall takes over the ball. The thundering herd offense coming out. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really... together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Handoff from the gun. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The give to the back. Plows through the defense. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. 2nd and very short here for the offense. The inside handoff. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. I mean, you better bring your big boy pads if you're going to play in this one.
Big boy pads, big boy helmet, big boy underwear. You better bring it all with you because these are two great teams. We talked about it all week. Mirror images, going at it. Who's going to make the plays late to take this over the top?
They'll line up to go for 2. Pushes ahead. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and they vault on top by 1 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
28.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The defense really did its job, David, and now the offense can put a little breathing room in this one.
Yeah, breathing room would be great, but it's nice to know that you can depend on your defense. Coming up with a big stop, Jesse. I still got the lead. I'm still in a good spot.
And, David, you'd love to be able to pay off that defensive effort by closing this thing out, putting a beautiful drive together here when it matters most.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball, but David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.